this is a vigil. And the way I'm going to do this is just kind of go over each point in order and just say what you want to do. So on offense, what I'm normally doing is, I mean, you have a few options. It really depends on whether the team's holding aggro, which is like gun here, combo here, or holding passive. Most teams hold passive, and I think it's almost always better to hold passive, but some teams like to hold aggro for some reason.
Only one.
Yeah, well. If I'm just gonna say passive there because it's what most people do.
He dies mid-demo review.
Sorry, someone's messaging me. Yeah, sorry. So you want to go over hill normally. This is the way I normally cross. You want to delay this one quite a bit because pyros will shoot flares and demos will normally actually shoot all their pipes over hill, which I think is actually not good.
I like crossing through
Do
tracks.
that tracks. Yeah, you can do any really.
Because everyone spams Glaive, so you just go through here, and
Yeah.
rarely someone shoots here, so I feel like it's kinda easier.
Alright. Yeah, but however you cross, there's a few options. Generally sacks on this map are like not really as strong as upward. I never really see sacks forcing the med that often. It's pretty easy to just leave on this point, because obviously upward you have like the whole hill you have to run away over, whereas this you leave and you're just already on second. Normally heavy will be playing this tunnel here, doing this. One thing my team used to do is bomb soldier and yeah, bomb soldier over here, and then heavy here, and the soldier bombs like here. Start shooting the heavy, you decloak on the heavy, and stab him, and that gives you like access to tunnel, and then like your soldier can go behind and start doing stuff. We did that for a bit. We haven't really done it recently. It doesn't really seem to work that often. It's not too hard for the heavy to just kill everyone, especially if he's spy checking well. You can try it, but I don't really do it anymore.
Never done this. One thing
Generally,
that
yeah.
Sam said is pretty annoying is like what Timmy does. Apparently he just goes tunnel with the revolver and just spams him for like, just some long
Oh yeah.
range if he can't do shit. But I don't like doing that either.
Yeah, you could do that if you really want to piss off the heavy, but yeah, I don't think it really accomplishes that
Not
much, to
really
be
an
honest.
impact play, it's just annoying.
Yeah. So normally what I'm doing is, yeah, going through, sorry, I don't know why I went over here. Going through tunnel, coming to spawn. I do think it's worth killing Tele on this map. You may as well, because it's so close. I normally do it.
I don't like doing
And then come here, and I actually normally jump up here. And basically, you can just kind of feed decloak on this map. Like, try and go when your team is sacking, but honestly, I never really see sacks work here. But the thing is, if you do, like, kill or force the medic, it's really huge, because it gives you second for free, pretty much. Which is a much bigger deal than it is on upward, because second on upward is already kind of easy to push. The second can be quite hard to push if they're set up. So, yeah, there's a lot of decloaks you can do here, but generally I'd be, kill the sniper if you can kill him, force the medic if you can kill him, kill the demo if you can kill him, anything that gives your team an easier first. But if you just die here, like, it doesn't really matter, I feel like. It's pretty low, like, chance to kill stuff.
it. You can do a lot of things, there's so many decloaks on, especially first. First is pretty fun. Second fucking blows, but first is really fucking fun.
So yeah, this is the main deal. Like, you can always decloak from here, turn around the corner. You can decloak from up here.
my god, my glaive.
You can decloak from in here. You can get on these boxes. It's kind of hard because you have to go under this fucking.
I think he should though. I feel like the decloaking behind them is kind of better.
Yeah, you can go up here. This
'Cause you
decloak
can
is,
just
yeah, not bad.
you can time it so the pyro goes to check like the upper decloak spots, and you can just decloak for free and like kill a sniper.
Yeah.
Or something. So do you know like the edge bug on the first? Well, no, I don't know if
Whereabouts?
it's an edge bug. You see the fucking what's the wall like with the window in front of you? The big one. This one. You can like go
This.
on like
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
not a.
I decloak in that corner a lot. I really like that decloak. No one fucking checks it for some reason.
I mean here. Yeah, yeah. I've actually seen this work,
This works a lot.
especially if the sniper's trying to peek like here or trying to peek here.
You
Like
can
people
get the
don't check.
demo usually because the demo just goes up there and spams. He doesn't even check it. And the pyro doesn't like feel like he needs to bother checking that, so
That's definitely not
I
what
really
an
like
edge.
that.
I don't think you know what an edge bug is, but
Yeah, well, I don't know how to call this, bro. It's an edge, so
It's kind of a pixel walk, but not really, because it's not a pixel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's on first. Honestly, first is normally so fast. If you get a kill, it's nice, but if you don't, your team normally just counts free pick anyway. So I don't think anything you do on first matters too much, unless you get a big pick. On to second. Yeah, I hate playing this. I think this is the hardest point to play into on Spy. Honestly, this map kind of sucks on offense on Spy, but I think this
Yeah,
is the most
offense
annoying
spy
one.
is tough.
I
It's
like it
tough.
on defense. I really like defense on this map, but
Yeah, defense is fun, but offense you just seem to die a lot for very meaningless picks half the time. But you know, if it works out, it works out sometimes.
in my head, the weird thing is, in my head, decloaking in the shutter seems so good. Because, like, what if Heavy's just here, and you just open the shutter and stab him? Or, like, Demo's here. But it, like, never works. Like, I
I
don't think
feel
I've
like
ever decloaked here and gotten a pick.
hmm,
So,
I've dropped a medic like that twice, but it's like when my team is sacking and he kind of tries to back into shutter, you know,
yeah.
then you can decloak. I
Um,
like to go for side tunnel picks a lot because the Sully and Heavy they like check once and then they don't check. And if I ask like my scout to like pressure, you can just easily get like a Sully and Heavy there.
yeah. Honestly, most of the time I play this, I just, like, play around here. I
Yeah,
literally just wait for my team to
I
bomb,
mean,
walk up, kill the NG, sap the gun, and just shoot shit.
if your team is waiting for Uber, then it's kind of fucked. But if your team is like sacking, you can actually go from hill immediately, like from
What?
like your side.
Oh, like up here?
You can jump around that house,
Oh,
right?
like
You
from
can
here?
just yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
do
that's really
this
not bad.
and just get on the medic. If your team is like sacking, because that's what Num likes to do. We just like insta push first, and then if both teams have Uber, then we like do an insta sack with Neo, me, and Num,
I
and then
actually
you
never
can
thought
just
about
like
doing that.
yeah,
Jumping
you
around
just
here.
go
Because
here.
if Med's dispenser, you just
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe try that. I'm gonna try that because I've never done that. And
I
honestly,
mean, it's
like,
worked out for me only once, but like, you know, all three together, you usually get like a 4-star drop.
yeah. You can always tap dispenser as well, which is normally quite nice.
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, on this point, I would recommend a lot just like trying to live behind. Don't really go for feed picks. Only go when your team is sacking or trying to do something. So I really think it's hard. If your team is not pressuring, it's pretty hard to get a pick here, and you normally will die for it. Where do you decloak if your team is not sacking? Like, this is the
If
only
a
real
team is
one.
not sacking
Yeah.
and
Well,
like
it was
not
like a
pushing or
hypothetical.
pushing.
It was a hypothetical because if my team wasn't pushing, I would just live behind. But like
Yeah.
in a
If a team isn't pushing,
yeah.
there's no point of going here because this point is like awful. I
Mhm.
feel like the only picks you can get here is like side tunnel maybe. If like your team's
Yeah,
not. Other than that, well, okay, maybe tunnel as well. Like if they're like maybe like a scout or an engineer's on the card, maybe you can get that. But it's this point's really rough. I don't like this point.
Anyway, we'll move on to third, which I think is a bit better, but still rough. Again, it feels very similar to second in that I'm almost never decloaking if my team is not doing anything. The only exception is maybe if your team's trying to get flank control, you can come here and like stab a soldier or something. Generally, yeah, I don't really do that very much.
Sully likes to get up on those rocks,
Yeah, up
like
there,
not these ones, like the ones a bit forward. I like these
like
ones,
bomb up
and
here.
he usually doesn't check behind sometimes. So I feel like this is kind of free.
Oh, one pick I think I do get a lot in like before your team is here is sometimes heavies will play aggro here, and a lot of times they don't check. Like they either play aggro here or aggro here, and you can decloak like here and like drop down and stab them, which I do think is a decent pick.
I think I'll go send that corner. I mean,
Oh, what here?
like here. I mean, it looks
It's a bit
like kind of
scary
in the
because your team
open,
is
but
there.
like no one looks there to be fair. Like no one's like actually
Yeah.
like genuinely looking there. So it's like, you know, it's like kind of a blind spot, but not really. You
Yeah.
will get caught out sometimes. So it's risky, but you know, it's closer as well. So.
But most of the time, what I'm doing on this point is waiting for my team to push, waiting for them to get space, and then basically you just want to decloak on the gun, pretty much. Sap the gun, get a pick if you can, and then your team is just going to walk up, take the space, get the cart. There are a few different things you can do here. So you can decloak like here on the NG. You can also decloak all the way inside their spawn. So obviously like you can spawn camp if they're coming. But I actually quite like this decloak here. Like check at the top of your screen, like this thing at the top, to see that no one is spawning. And then so you won't just die by someone walking out here. And then you can like come around here and sometimes get a kill heavy or like demo if he's
Yeah.
playing far back.
That's good if like the NG's building like some weird gun in there. He usually doesn't turn around.
And the last decloak I like to do, like, these decloaks look nice, but I think they rarely work because
It's
there's
risky.
always just a heavy here. He sees anything, just brrr, and then you're dead. Or Pyro is checking all this as well. If they have the dispenser here and it's not all in the corner, not all the way in the corner, or even if they have it here, you can actually decloak here in the corner, and the med will normally be sitting right here, and you sometimes can stab the med. And I feel like that one's quite nice because it's pretty rare that anyone's going to be actually looking at this corner. But again, like it is still pretty high risk. But
The hardest part is to get in there, you know? The
mm,
hardest part is to get
yeah,
there.
it's generally not too bad if you come from here and walk. You have to get kind of unlucky to get checked because the pyro is never really going to be checking here. I feel like he checks like
Yeah.
here a
Yeah,
lot,
but
but
I
he
feel
doesn't.
like you run out of cloak when you're going through like flank and stuff, and then at that point you just kind of have to settle for an engineer or something. Because he
Yeah, I
always
mean you
used
can get
to.
this one, and then
Well, I played against fucking some retarded ass scouts who just shoot one scattergun shot and fucking pick up that pack. Like, why the
oh
fuck are you
really?
doing that, you dumb retard?
But yeah, this point is kind of tough as spot as well. Generally, you only want to be going in with your team. Even like your team pushing and a gun sap is not bad. Like you can't really hope for it for a lot more on Spy. Just getting the gun sap, maybe doing some revolver damage or whatever. But now I'm gonna go to last, which I do think is nicer for Spy. This is generally
Well,
like more of
one
this.
thing as well, when you're going too last, sometimes snipers like to hold like really
Oh yeah,
aggressive on tracks and stuff, and I feel like this is like really pickable when they do this.
like
If you're
this
like in
decloak, right?
position. Well, not only here, you know, when they're like when they're looking at third sometimes, when they're backing out, they're just
Like
gonna
here.
take like one shot.
Yeah,
Like you can like decoy just here. Also, demo likes to set
and
up traps there and shit.
you can go from orange as well if people are aggro down, like if people are still looking at your team. They like just left. They're still looking at your team. You can decloak from orange. I've done this a few times, and you can get like a heavy or a sniper. It's like drop down here and stamp something. But yeah, demo likes to look at traps. Sniper will a lot of times play like here, and if you don't get weird movemented, you can kill him. But yeah, a lot of times in high div, especially the pyro will literally just be sitting here on top of his sniper and checking. But for the main last, there's a few things you can do. So as with I think any last on payload, if you're having a hard time pushing, always consider going Enforcer Dead Ringer and sitting here and shooting the gun from here. I think you can actually shoot it from up here as well. But
Maybe I haven't tried.
that no, you can't. That will help your team a lot. Just sit here. You can sit here and shoot it. It's normally pretty safe to do. If you're even getting, wait, can you shoot it from down here? No, you can't. Okay, whatever. But yeah, always consider that. But apart from that, yeah, you can kind of go for flank picks, but I don't think they're normally that consistent. Generally, a lot of the times I'm decloaking, and I actually find like a lot of success with these kind of decloaks. Like when you
Yeah,
decloak here and like go for sniper stabs or like
you
go
have
for
to
like the
time it
demo
correctly
stabs.
though. You
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
time it like when the pyro just checks it, and then you go in that spawn. He's not gonna check it for like another like 3 or 4 seconds. So you can like time it and get like a sniper or like a demo at best.
and obviously these are always going to be especially good if your team is sacking. I feel like this is, yeah, like a really nice point to sack with on Spy. Like I'm normally pretty much always getting a kill here. Either a sniper or sap the gun and kill NG or maybe even go for the med. There's always this decloak spot, which I used to use, but I don't really do it anymore because I don't think it's that good. Because like it's kind of hard to stab someone. Like what are you
Like
killing? Maybe demo if he's right here, but
like
normally all the players
heavier
are behind him.
soldier if they go red room. But
Yeah.
I mean it's kind of rough if you play against Gauze for some reason
Yeah.
only checks that spot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've seen him just run in there like every 5 seconds. Like, why are you doing? I've never decloaked this game there. Why are you going there? But whatever.
And the other thing, apart from like when your team is sacking, I often find like post sack or like mid like chaos decloaks, like really aggro ones, like shit here or maybe even here, like if heavy's there. I find those like quite good. You can also do this one, but a lot of times you die to flank if you do this one. But yeah, I find those quite good. Even here, if their team's very aggro, if there's a lot of chaos going on, like your team is pushing, they're all shooting, there are a few players down. I really like doing those decloaks, and I think you can be very aggressive with the decloaks on this point. Or in my experience, at least, it's worked
Well,
out a lot.
it's payload offense. I feel like you can be very aggressive because you have like a 3-second respawn timer. So
Oh yeah. But as opposed to like second or third, where I feel like those work less often. I feel like on this point they work. I guess because like people are just so fixated on the cart because it's like if
yeah,
they cap we lose. So um, but yeah, I feel like on offense this pretty much just plays like any other payload map. It's like less complicated than upward because it's not like upper shit. It's like upward second or a simpler upward third, I'd say. Like this all just feels like pretty simple to play as spy in
yeah.
terms of like what you're trying to do. Like obviously like timings and stuff is different, but yeah. But
Obviously, it's gonna vary against the teams that you play. Some teams are gonna play it a little differently than others,
yeah.
but in general, it's pretty standard.
Now I'm gonna go for defense. I actually really like spy on defense on this map. I think it's probably the most fun payload map for spy on defense.
Yep.
So first, obviously, you're going to be doing standard cloak and dagger stuff. I like doing. I've seen some spies, Timmy, run DR here because he's a very odd player and he likes to kill the other spy a lot.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know. He likes doing that.
which I don't.
Blast FM is another character, but
But yeah, I think cloak and dagger is pretty much what you want to be playing. Sneaky at the moment, he really likes this trap here, this sticky trap. So
he's sneaky your main demo.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Damn.
Um, so I used to play like up here a lot, and if you don't know, on the rollout you can jump on this.
Yeah,
So instead of going all the way around, I used to like play here a lot because you get pretty good vision and you're pretty hard to kill. I've started playing here just to call this trap, but I think both spots are pretty similar.
The funny thing is, I used to play like behind this wall that you have like to your left, like right here. But for some reason, everyone has started to check it against me. So I play in the window now, and no one checks it. I don't understand how this works. I feel like this is a much less like obvious spot, but
Yeah,
everyone checks this. But like the window is so obvious, and no one has checked me yet. So I'm like, what the fuck? Doesn't make sense, but
make it
whatever.
make sense. Yeah. But I think they're both fine. Obviously, like if you're getting checked in one spot, don't play that spot a lot. Generally, I'm not really going for picks on this first. I'm only calling bombs. And there's a couple of reasons why. I think it's quite hard to get picks here. A couple of ways you can is if their team goes aggro to flank, or if there's any player's flank and you get your flank to aggress, this decloak is not bad, but people will still be expecting it. Again, like this one, drop down from here, go for stab is not bad if your flank is actively fighting. But if they're not, people check this a lot. You can also go for like cart picks from here, like this kind of decloak thing. Especially the sniper likes to play here a lot, so sometimes you can just come around the corner and stab him. But apart from that, I'm generally not really going for picks here.
I like this one decloak on flank,
Right,
like more towards like the card. You just like, you see that wall? Well, like to your left, to your left. No, like go more left, like far left, like
tell me when to stop.
actually go there.
Oh, here?
Yes. When people push
This
the
one?
car, you just go like up on this like ledge behind you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can just decloak here and drop down the car. Probably kill like an NG or scout. Fucks their card time. You get like 20 seconds maybe on first, which is okay.
Yeah.
Actually, 20 might be an over
Yeah, I don't
exaggeration.
think 20.
Like
A
10.
few. But generally the main rotations you want to be calling are obviously where the sniper's peeking, and there's a few. This peek from shack, a lot of snipers like to do, which can be kind of annoying for your sniper if it's not called, because it's like a weirdly different head height from the cliff. Obviously, if the sniper's walking up cliff, you need to call that. If the sniper's peeking tracks, you need to call that. And sometimes a team will run their sniper all the way up. Oh, whoops. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Some sniper will run their sniper all the way up here, a team will, so he can peek here, and he can actually also peek all the way. I've definitely lost a med from a sniper coming here and somehow killing our med, or maybe even, God forbid, he somehow gets all the way to here and gets a shot on our med, which is very unlikely, but yeah,
I
these
don't
deep
think I've
angles
ever
the sniper
seen
can
that.
take. Yeah, I think I've lost a point to sniper here.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Why would your medic be even peeking that?
I have no
Like,
clue. Ask
what,
Jack.
what the fuck?
But yeah, it's really important that you call those, and it's not super I mean, not entirely your fault if you get to kill there, but you know, if you don't call it, you have to kind of take responsibility for it if your team doesn't know. And then obviously just call combo. So it's either going to be combo tracks or combo flank. It's pretty much those are the two options. So you can just call what they're doing.
Oh, I forgot one more thing on product. You need to
Well,
check the medi gun a
yeah, but
lot.
that's a general thing. That's a general thing.
Well, it happens to me a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie. People tend to surprise me with the crits, and I don't call it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm sad.
That
Because
sounds like
my
a
team
you
gets
problem.
wiped by
Yeah.
crit sticky.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we're on
Okay.
70% Uber.
Take them earlier. The other reason I like to stay alive a lot on first is I feel like being cloak and dagger here on spy is insanely strong on second. For one, like I'll play second, I'll sit around here, or sorry, we've moved on from first, or sit here on cloak and dagger for the entire time. And you can call every single rotation they do. So you can call when they're moving slope, you can call when they're moving side tunnel, you can call when they're going main tunnel, which is really good for your team, like knowing where the Uber's going to come from. And also you can always call, like, their sniper's pretty much always going to try peek this, at least at some point, walk up here. You can always just call when the sniper's peeking that. And generally, if his team doesn't play with him, it's a pretty easy kill. Like, you either go for this decloak here onto sniper, this one's a bit risky because the team is there, but you can go, and then obviously these decloaks from here are generally pretty safe. Sometimes the sniper will even come up here
You
and
have
try
to
and play
call
this
this
angle.
every
Yeah,
time he does this.
and then you can decloak here. But yeah, basically, I really think just stay alive here on Dead Ringer or on Cloak and Dagger. Call everything they do, and then like maybe go for sniper picks.
I
Also, if
think
you're
Invis is better.
really,
Because you have that big health pack anyway. If you wanna run a gun, if you wanna run Letter and J, then you can stay on Cloak and Dagger. But I feel like you just don't have that movement. Because if they go like side tunnel, there's like a really good decloak where you just go from side tunnel. I've dropped like 5 medics or something from there.
really,
So I feel like
I've never followed them into side tunnel.
I
I always
always
just
like,
stay
you
here.
see that fucking pit where you can drop
Yeah, yeah,
down.
the drop down.
You just always drop down from there when they're pushing side and just drop the medic. I don't know, this happens to me so often.
Uh,
So I feel like I don't want to lose my mobility if I want to run like revolver or something. So just run invis.
Alright. Well, you can
I
try
mean,
it
it's
out. I still think Cloak and Dagger is good because you can just live forever.
it's probably more consistent, but
Yeah.
if
But
you
yeah,
want
I
to be
might
like
try
a
that
big
actually.
aggro, then run invis.
But yeah, generally this is where you're playing most of the time, and then obviously if their team gets a lot more forward, you can chase forward. There's always this decloak, or like just sitting here, which is normally decent because people won't check it that often. It's pretty hard to see the spy from
I
this corner.
always miss that jump. I could
Really?
never do it when I'm
You
actually in
just
a
hold
script.
W.
I don't know, man. I can't do it.
Wait, actually I think you have to hold A as well. I'll try to, yeah, you have to hold W and A. Oh wait, now I can't do it.
See, this is what happens to me
No,
every time in the scrim. I
I was
can't
trying.
fucking do it.
Oh, you can just hold W, but it's weird. Yeah, you need to be going like diagonally. If you do this, then you can just hold W.
Yeah.
But if you're going straight, you have
I
to hold
keep
W.
fucking it up, and it's so cringe because my team is just looking at me jump at this fucking rock 4 times. I can't, so I just go into tunnel. Very sad.
Uh, yeah, and then there's always this decloak. I feel like not a lot of spies do this, but I feel like it's very good. For like when the fights kind of happened and their NG and scout are pushing cart, maybe even their soldier, I feel like nobody checks this. And I've done this and sat here and gotten 3 kills on cart, like NG, scout, soldier on cart. And that's really good because cart time is quite important in pushing this.
I like another decloak on hill. Like in the
Like in the corner.
top right corner.
Yeah, here. Yeah,
Yeah, because the
this
pyro
isn't
won't
bad.
bother to go that far to check, because it's also like a sniper sightline.
Oh
And
yeah.
the heavy usually has like other things to shoot at, so you can just like get the demo usually.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't. I feel like I don't know. I've died to pyro a lot there, but if you can get it, I think it's good.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. He
Just in
might
my
check
head,
it.
if like demo is like here, I have to walk like so far, and I feel like I'm
Oh
just
yeah, but
wasting.
there's no better place to decloak on him here. And if your team is like
Yeah.
fighting them without Uber, you know, you kind of have to get a pick there, because
Oh
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
high ground.
I mean this one maybe as they're walking, but yeah. If demo walks
Yeah,
first.
well, if he works first, yeah, but if they're already like taking space, you can't really do
Oh
anything else.
yeah.
And you can't go from main, because you know the heavy always chucks that with pyro. Usually. I'll see, sometimes they won't, especially in like low and shit. But even in mid, people restart to check that.
Anyway, that's second defense. I'm on to third. Again, I don't think this is a bad cloak and dagger point. I'll normally switch to invis, but it just feels a lot more of like just staying alive. Again, you want to be calling rotations. We've been calling this crates. So call if they come crates, call if they come flank, call wherever sniper's peeking is very important. I call this tube.
Blocker.
I don't think other people do, but sniper likes to go here a lot. Sniper tube, I say. And one thing that we have started doing. Sorry?
Why do you call it tube?
I don't know, it's like a tube.
What?
This
Just
is
call it
it's
stairs. What? Why?
yeah, I don't know. I've always called it tube.
I don't know.
One thing that we have started doing is a lot of times heavies will try and go play from the drop down here. So they'll come all the way under and climb up here and like try and go for picks here, or just go like do shit. And he'll normally go on his own. And so I'll like sit here wherever on invis or on cloak and dagger, call when the heavy starts going under, and then like by the time he's in the middle, like by the time he's like here and he's like not expecting anything, my scout and soldier will run at him and kill him and then take space behind. Or like just pressure more. And they're down a heavy, so it's really fucking sucks for them. And normally heavies won't like, they'll be chilling, and now they're like, okay, now I need to like think about getting shot at. But when they're still back here, they won't be thinking about like dying, right? And yeah, we've been doing that, which is quite good. Which is just something you can try. But it just demonstrates like how important just kind of giving as much calls as you can is here.
I will tell this to Zamp.
Yeah, you can
He
try
will
doing that.
counter this.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's pretty much third. You can always go for like YOLO decloaks on cart as well. Stuff like
Yeah,
this. If they're getting the cart very close and you like really want to deny the cart, these decloaks are quite good because really if they're here they have almost no time to react. And it's like pretty hidden.
like decoy behind the wall, like not in that
Here?
corner, but like from behind this wall necessarily, because you can just see everything that going around you except like the tracks.
Yeah.
And if you can check the tracks, you can like jiggle peek it, and if people are looking at you, you can just cloak away. And you're not gonna die for it.
Okay, I think that's pretty much everything for third. Last thing is last, obviously. Do you run revolver dead ringer on this?
Only when I'm doing extremely shit.
Really? I think revolver dead ringer is really good on this map.
It probably is.
What do you do on upward last?
Upper last, also
Yeah.
invis usually.
Oh.
Unless I'm doing really shit.
Okay, well I'll say why I like dead ringer, and then you can say.
I mean,
But
that is fine. I also like it, but it just, you know, I like stabbing people. So.
the way I like to think about payload lasts is again, it's this kind of thing where your life becomes a lot more valuable. Because of respawn times, right? Your respawn time can be like 15 seconds, theirs is like 2 seconds. So any like trade you get just becomes less good. So generally, yeah, again, it's this kind of situation where I'm not looking to just kill the first thing I see. I really just want to live as long as possible and wait for something to happen. Like wait for their team to push, wait for me to like see the medic caught off or something, and go for the free kills or the very impactful kills, and not just try and chase after all the rubbish kills that don't do anything. I think that's why Dead Ring is really good, because like you never die in Dead Ringer. So
Play it wrong.
a lot of the unless you're shit, a lot of the times you can just be playing wherever you happen to be, get hit for like 50 damage, Dead Ringer, you get the speed boost, run all the way back to spawn, reset, run back in like 5 seconds, and just never die. The other good thing is you can like pressure pretty much anywhere on Dead Ringer, and if you have good revolver aim, you actually become like pretty scary. So a lot of the times, if teams are not playing big door, which they will sometimes, but if they're not, sometimes people won't be looking here, or sometimes there'll only be a scout. If your flank's here, you can walk out, take a 1v1 with the scout, or a 1v2, win it, and then go all the way behind. You can always just like climb up here, and like go up here, or you can come down here, go around, and basically you're always looking to this when your Dead Ringer is up, and you're just trying to pressure. So a lot of times, the med has just been sitting here. I've done whatever on the flank, gotten behind, seen the med, 3-shot him or 4-shot him with revolver, and then just live. And those picks are so insanely impactful, and they're very hard to get on invis, because his entire team will be around him.
Well, yeah,
Um,
but I feel like on Invis especially, you can just like kill the sniper over and over again on last.
yeah, yeah,
Especially if it goes like big door and stuff. Like if he
yeah.
goes here, you can't really get him on Deadbringer.
I think Dead
If
Ringer
if
is
like
less
his
about
flank is on him. Or like
about like
even
going
his
for picks, yeah, and more about just like pressuring every door and like just making them more annoyed.
yeah, I
Yeah,
really like killing the sniper if he peeks big door, because I feel like if he does and he's allowed to do that, we just kind of lose.
yeah, yeah. Where do you declick on the sniper? Like if he's like
Like,
here,
and usually just in the corner to your right.
like here or some shit. Yeah.
Like usually if you
Or if
time
you
it
jump
right,
like this as well.
this is pretty free. I
Oops.
mean, this jump is very unreliable in
Yeah.
my experience. I
You just have
can't
to
do
go
it.
from further back. Then it's
Oh
easy.
yeah, I can do it. I can do it now, but when I'm actually playing, I've had times where I'm missing this like 4 times, and I have times where I've never missed it. I don't know, man. Weird.
Yeah, it's hard if you the closer you are. Like if you jump from here, it's really hard.
It's the server or something. Maybe if you have shit ping, you just can't do it
Oh
or
maybe yeah.
something.
I do have one ping right now. Yeah, these are nice. And yeah, on invis, obviously you can always go for if their combos taking flank, you can go for like these kind of decloaks, which I assume you like to do
Yeah.
on like
I mean, I
heavy
like
or
to play
something.
aggressively, especially with knife.
Um, I don't know. When I play Dead Ringer, the other thing you can think of is you can pressure anywhere. Like you don't have to go flank. So if their combo rotates to flank, you can go like orange, for example, and just always try and be getting behind, always trying to be pressuring. That's how I like to play this. I think you
On
can get like
Invis as
really high
well,
kill streaks as well by just
you
like
can kill the Sully and heavy pushing red usually, and then you
oh
can
yeah
drop down from red on combo and like sniper peeking tracks and stuff. Well, you can do this on Deadringer probably as well.
yeah yeah
If the heavy is not there or like Sully.
yeah. I think Dead Ring is a lot more like it's a lot less committal. Like you're never really committing to anything,
Yeah,
but like it's also like less likely chance you get the kill because you basically need like no one to see you. And
yeah.
whereas like invis, obviously you're
Or
invisible,
you
so
need some goated disguise play.
yeah yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't really do that. But anyway, I like Dead Ringer. Capstock likes invis, but you can try this out. But
To be fair, I just run whatever I feel like running. I don't know. I just
yeah.
like I want to play Deadringer today, so I run Deadringer. I want to run Invis today, so I run Invis. That's
Uh,
why I like Ambassador sometimes on just random maps because I
yeah.
feel like doing it. So
I get too annoyed when I play Ambassador. I think because my revolver's so much better than my Ambassador, I'm like, I should win this. Like, if I fight a scout on revolver, I'm like, at least 50-50. On Ambassador, I'm like, 5% chance I headshot him, and otherwise I lose.
yeah, you're not wrong, but it's sometimes fun to just headshot the sniper 3 times for 54 damage and didn't die. Let's go, guys.
Like, if I grinded Ambi a lot more, I would play it more, but I just can't be bothered.
I used to grind it, but now I've realized that that time has been wasted.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording. Hopefully that's useful. If you have any more questions about anything, feel free to ask.